Okay, where is it? Hello, everyone. Come on. There we go. Perfect. It's starting. Ah. Oof. Hello. How's it going? We're gonna be taking a look at a commission that I did of Della Duck as a Kingdom Hearts character. Yeah. You know what? It's one of those things in retrospective, people were like, oh, she would totally be a mechanic, like Sid. Or at least look like Sid, with, glasses and stuff like that. And I was like, that would have been better. But, the commissioner, yeah, like Gordon. The commissioner and I decided that Red Mage would be pretty good because it's kind of like balancing, balancing Donald out. He's a blue mage, or is it? No. In Final Fantasy talk, it's dark mage, black mage. And this, well, red mages are a thing, and Donald's blue, so that's where I got the idea. Let's see. Hold on. Starting this one, and we are gold. Hiya, how you doing? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Nern? I'm just gonna call you Nern. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway. And I'm going to be working on another drawing while I do this. And we'll figure out where that goes. I am just setting up outside. It's been about 100 degrees out, but I've got fans on, so it's working out okay. Tell me if you can hear the audio and the music well enough. Oh, thank God. No, I'm good. Mm-hmm. Let's see, actually, what I need is... There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Hello, Omalina. Hello, Michael. No. I was impressed with Unicorns. I liked it. I just didn't, I don't know, I had issues with it. Like I said, I don't like the whole... I felt it was rushed for its premise. But I've already seen, like, spoilers that show that it will be explored. Perhaps not in a satisfying way, but at least in a way that will be interesting. Let's see, actually, I need to dip this down a little lower. I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Drake. Yeah, I mean, Merlin is shifty as hell. And I don't know why they even, like, well, what's the point? Like, is it just saying, oh, Merlin? We all know who Merlin is. Okay. I saw a clip, a trailer, where, the next episode, where, Emma goes to a seance, or tries to go to a seance, and sees, Melinda. Which I was weird. I was like, okay, that's cool. Kind of blew my theory that the monk and Alfie are the only ones that are going to be able to talk to each other. It's just that I keep thinking about, like, even just like Symbiotic Titans. That was only a 30-minute pilot. And that was like, okay, well, here's the stakes. Here's your villain. Here's what the kids are going to have to do. Yeah, kind of explains it. Like, Samurai Jack is probably one of the best 3-episode pilots you could ever ask for. Yeah, that's the whole eyeball things is a little unnerving. And again, I still don't know what the villain's about. I mean, they could just be a monster, but even like Aku is just a monster, and he has got like charisma oozing from every pore, like literally. Um, I'm just like, okay, green monster thing. Like, and I know this is not a Gende joint, but it's got the same sort of, they're cousin shows, but Kid Cosmic also did a really good job at like its different villains and the idea of what makes a villain. I'm really happy. I found some settings for the microphone and for the sound system that lets me work out here. But now I've got like 2 fans on me. I've got that NVIDIA sound cancellation thing going on. So hopefully that means I can start working out here a little bit. Am I recording? Yeah, I am recording on this other one. Also, speaking of which, I guess I should talk about Della here. I keep on wanting to call her Delia. There must be a Delia duck somewhere. But I was really happy with the way this turned out. I wanted to do a real kind of dynamic pose. And I think I pulled it off here pretty nicely. I'm trying to get into more pushing perspectives and everything so I get less boring poses. Um, this leg a little bigger. So yeah, I saw the more recent episodes of. I haven't seen them, but I've looked at them, and now I'm in a perplexing situation. Do I do what I did with like all the episodes and just like talk about them, or do I take them in big chunks, or do I wait until the end of the season and just sort of say, well, this is what I got wrong, and this is what I got right. I also saw another clip of the parents being sort of skeeved out about what happened to their daughter, especially the dad. Which, you know what? I never even thought of like thinking about like Emma showing up trying to hide what happened, and then her parents being all like, "Oh, that was creepy." So like already the show is like going past my expectations. Especially thinking about Titan, because Titan was good, but it didn't really I don't know, it kind of also dipped into, it was sort of revolutionary for Genndy Tartakovsky because he was mainly dealing with like action and comedy, and like the teenage stuff that they were bringing out was pretty good. But at the time, it was also dipping into like the CW sort of stuff. What's the girl? What's the redhead's name? Like Octus and those two were adorable. Hey, Jenny. Oh, hey, Dylan. Yeah, the dynamic pose. Um, no, I mean I've done those things before. I mean the only thing really different between this commission and the other ones is I'd say I do more airbrushing, trying to like hit that original style. I don't know who the artist is who worked on this, but they really did a good job. I mean it's the quintessential 2000s sort of airbrushing character design in a good way. I was looking up a game, or someone brought another game to my attention called Freaky Flyers. Have you guys heard of it? Now that's like super heavy, like 2000 early 2000s airbrushing, where there's still inks. It's like they basically scan ink drawings and then airbrush the hell out of them in Photoshop. Now, even if you're drawing on digital, like you don't get those artifacts that you get from scanning in like paper drawings. God, those were the times. I know they weren't. They weren't. I mean, they it sucked. You had to go and buy paper and then scan everything in and make sure everything was at the proper DPS. It was annoying. I'm glad I don't have to keep working with paper. Uh, do 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 do. Uh, I'm lost in the chat. Let's see. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, you rented it. I never rented it, but I saw ads for it. There was like this run of magazines at a time that I read. Like they had it in Mad Magazine, and they had some in Nintendo Power. And then what else was I reading? It wasn't in I guess another comic. Anyway, they just had it like, oh, okay. And they were weird flying games. Let's see now. I think I saw the end. I think Taxi like actually showed like the ending of one of the games. Is it coming out or is it already out? Oh, speaking, getting back to the drawing, I wanted to go with either like the flying jacket or what did we settle on? I had this jacket thing or with the trim collar, or I had the gloves. And I think the gloves worked out a little bit better. I was really drawing inspiration from just a lot of whatever design, red mage design I could think of in Final Fantasy. Um, a lot of inspiration from what's her face in 9? And then just the tricorder hat. I think I got that from like one of the MMOs, and I kept the scarf because I wanted to still keep the idea of like air, since she's a pilot. Frey, that sounds about right. I have that. I should play it sometime, or suggest that Melanie plays it. Put that in on a thing. Let's see. Sorry, getting caught up in this other little drawing I got going on. It was Freya. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I should play that. That was my favorite Final Fantasy. Um, this is gonna sound weird, but like again, I've said this story before. I always considered um I always called these games like Final Fantasy number games because of the damage points that like pop up and because of the numbers that were always at the bottom. And I was like, ugh, number games. And I never got into them, despite the fact that I think I started seeing them uh, it really early on. Like sometimes I would like buy games based on their like we're talking about like maybe 4 or 5 years old. And even at the time, we were going to like blockbusters and well, video roundup is what we called it. And I was looking at all these games. I was like, oh, this game looks interesting, and I would pick it up. And instead of a platformer or a shooter, which was what I was into, like Mega Man's and stuff like that, and Master Blaster and all that stuff, I would sometimes pick up games that were, well, like again, like number games. I was like, oh, this is a number game? Again, RPGs. That was my name for them. What was the one earlier on? I think it was like Shining Force, which really sucked because I was staying over at a friend's house and I rented that game and I was like, oh no, I thought this was going to be like a Zelda thing. Hello, May. Hey, Matt. But like that, let's see, what got me back into this? I think it was Kingdom Hearts. I was like, oh, okay, I sort of understand the concept. And then I... Mm-hmm. Oh, the filter? I don't know where a filter is. Here, I'll come and help him look. I think it might be underneath with all the, yeah, in the back there. I'll come and help. I'll be right back, guys. Enjoy the drawings. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Had to help with some lemonade. She she couldn't find the filter that drains all the pulp and keeps the seeds from going in and stuff. Ah, my hands smell like lemon now. Crap. What are we doing? Anyway, I think it was I was saying it was Kingdom Hearts that got me back into those games, and then I revisited Mario oh, what was it? Mario RPG, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And I spent like, oh, I know exactly what happened. That's my first introduction to emulators too. I was like, I would like to replay all these old games because I got Kingdom Hearts, and then it was like, oh, this Final Fantasy stuff's pretty cool. What games do they have out? And at the time, it was like I had a PlayStation 1. We had 1 and 2, and I had a 1. And I was like, okay, well, what games are there? And they had like Final Fantasy. It was either 20 or $30. And I think I picked it up because I didn't want any of the newer stuff. And so I picked up that. I was like, okay. And I got really into that. I really, really, really liked Final Fantasy IX. Um, and then they had what? 10 was on PlayStation 2. Didn't care for it that much. It's a baby dragon with 2 heads. Oh, what are you doing there, May? Let me take a look. Oh, he's cute. I like him. I really do. That's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't care for number 10. I liked 9 better, and then I kind of stayed with and then I just kind of fell in and out of RPGs for some time. Which was weird because I was also still playing. Wait, did I get into Pokemon before or after that? No, no, that was weird. Okay, so forget that because it was in middle school. Wait, now I'm confused. Hold on. When did Kingdom Hearts come out? Because I know I was playing Pokemon in middle school. Hold on, hold your horses. Okay, Kingdom Hearts. I think it was like 2000. Kingdom Hearts Let's Play Curse. Yeah, it's a curse called Disney. 2022 is when the original release date. Okay, that's weird. Huh. Okay, so I was definitely playing Pokemon before then. Huh, so I was playing Pokemon that whole time. Okay. Well, then this must have just gotten me into Final Fantasy as a concept. And also, I have 2-speed drawing videos I uploaded and working on the digital version. Awesome! Cool. Like, oh, she's not split in her head. Okay, good. Mhm. I don't know about not liking Pokemon. It's just I just never bought any of the handhelds that they were on. I was just like, I can't keep doing this. Like the main line is on the Switch, right? Because now the Switch is basically a portable, right? Is that what's going on, or is it still on like a... Wait, what do they have as handhelds? Nintendo and their handhelds kind of merged, didn't they? They don't have a DS anymore. Or an equivalent to that. Yeah, I was going to say it is a hybrid at this point. So it does have a mainline Pokemon game on it, not just Let's Go Pikachu or the Arquebus or Arcanus or whatever. Oh, okay. Okay, but again, I'm not I don't really have a lot of enthusiasm for Nintendo games. I mean, other than let's say some of the Zelda. Yeah, there's just a lot more interesting stuff going on for PC for me. I mean, so I'm missing out on the main lines. Yeah. What is this? What's wrong? There we go. Cool. Make this one a little bit bigger. And we are gold. Oh yeah. Here's where I had problems figuring out the tricorder hat. So I just made a model in Blender and imported that back into Paint Tool Saya and then drew over it. I was having a little bit of trouble with the exact perspective of it, so I just kind of did that. Uh, You're not missing much with Pokemon. Oh, hold on. There we go. Taking a little break. You're not missing much from Pokemon. I know you regularly. Yeah, I mean, I use it sometimes. Especially if I just need a quick pose. I have some like models rigged up. They're not very good. They're just kind of. Let's see how can I describe them? They're just like rough approximations of some figures, and they've got like some semi-workable hands. Nothing animation or even sculpting worthy. But, you know, they get the job done when I need them. There we go. And now I brought in a screenshot of the page I was working on, and then I can sort of like blend it and make it into what I want, like the exact angle, and then even play with it, model it a little more on the character, and then just take a screenshot of that. Or export it. Export the actual model. And then just export that back into Paint Tool Seiya, and then there we go. Bob's your uncle. Is this right? In an alternate reality, Kingdom Hearts would replace Donald or Goofy with a red mage. I don't know. Or she could run around in the same universe, just like over there. You know, over there a little bit. Also, what's that one thing that they're doing? The Mirrorverse? The mirror... There's two different things that they're doing, Disney. They've got a card game going on, which I heard that they're only doing that for physical. There's no plans for a digital version of the game, which is ballsy. Very ballsy, but on the other hand, like... Yeah, I guess you're gonna make more money with it being physically. A physical card game. As opposed to, just plain digital. There's a risk there, because sometimes, like Pokemon the card game on, there's like Pokemon the card game, or there used to be one. I think they're doing a new one. I think they shut down the one that I started playing back in 2000, or not 2000, just a couple years ago. Like around the 2016 or so. I got into. Yeah, and then they got the Mirrorverse, which is like RPG but with Disney characters. Did that ever go anywhere? I saw figures of that like in the dollar store of all places. So that's usually the place for dead things. Speaking of dead, I might as well play Overwatch. Since Overwatch 2 is just plain Overwatch now. They got rid of all their features. Boy, they really screwed the pooch on everything, huh? Hmm. Well, rip Overwatch 2, long live Overwatch 1, that they closed all the fucking servers for. Sorry, pardon me. Pardon my French. But, like, you migrate all your servers, you blow all that for nothing. Why? Because you wanted to distract people. Overwatch 2, apparently, is just Overwatch 1. They just made people... Except they've also gone to a the unlock a character by paying money that you either earn through passes or just straight up buying new characters. Which I wonder how that affects character balance. Now, I'm guilty of this. I mean, I played Apex. I bought a season pass, and I used the money to unlock get credits and experience points and unlock characters faster. I'm looking at I'm looking at this thing that I'm working on. Oh, Lorcana, like lore and arcane mixed together. Okay, that's very interesting. What is with this? Let's see. The total drawing time I spent on this drawing is about 5 hours, and I've got it sped up by about 2 point... Ooh, no, that's not right. A little more, a little faster. There we go. That ought to do it. I got about 2.8. Hello, Mr. Big. Or Mr. Biggs 101. Hmm? Hold on 1 second. Let me get back my thing. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, this turned out pretty good. I was trying to figure out what to do with all the belts and zippers. I know that's a big... I was looking at the difference between, like, I would say Final Fantasy characters and Kingdom Hearts characters, there is a difference. I say Final Fantasy characters are just a little bit more overdone. Especially going into, like, Final Fantasy 10 and 11. Kingdom Hearts, it's not that exaggerated as you would think. Your mind creates a few more extra zippers and straps and everything. It's a little bit more simpler than you might think. Yeah, and then I think Dylan, I think we decided on the gloves because that would be a little bit more I don't know, magey, and it's pretty good. So here we are, starting with the inks. You know what? There was this multiple page commission. Not pages, just panels. And it was what was it? It was a Killer Instinct characters in Gravity Falls style. And I didn't quite know how to approach it. Like, what do I simplify? What do I exaggerate? What the hell do I do as the background of this sort of thing? Even if it wasn't as long, it felt like the longest one to work on. And it probably wouldn't be that long now, since I know tricks and tips on how to get through and use different, layers and repurpose poses and stuff like that. But it felt like it was a long one. Other than that, like, I don't know, paintings I did back in college of landscapes and stuff like that. Like, those were, like, the really long things I worked on. Yeah, awkward sibling hug. Yep, that was that one. Like, I never really liked watercolor. And my teacher she was nice. She understood what my issue was, and understood that I also was trying to get out of my comfort zone. And I liked watercolor's very loose sometimes, and you can either go too heavy or too light, or you could just, like, make it up so that you're making, like, really heavy lines and stuff. Most of my artwork incorporated lines because I liked illustration. You know, good solid lines, not blurry, not fuzzy, not watercolory. Which is one thing watercolor's really good at, is creating, like, blends and gradually changing and then working into the material. So that was always a pain. You know what I found annoying as far as... Oh, charcoal. Oh, yeah, charcoal. That was fine. I mean, I guess I sort of took to charcoal a little better than I did watercolor because it's drier, and then you can like if you need like a good, you can like always take the side of it and then make a long a shadowy, by applying different pressures. You can smear it and you know, make a blur if you want needed to. I like what charcoal was fine. It's just messy. It's just really really messy. Yeah. Um yeah, I took the digital pretty quickly. Um Once I found some drawing programs. I remember doing it in like if you watch some of my earlier, like the earliest speed drawings, they were pains in the asses because what I would do is I would literally, like, I would use the lasso tool or I would use the circle tool to like make lines, like to cut lines into each other, and I didn't know what vectoring was. I didn't know what any of that was. So I really had to like it was almost like I don't know, cutting out the shapes I wanted and then applying them where they were needed. I didn't have a good tablet. I had like a $50 one that was, yeah, exactly. Once you get a tablet and then you start, it's one to one, then it works pretty good. Huh, that's weird. I'm hearing some. Are you? Uh oh. Was I watching something while I was drawing that? Hmm. I just heard like something going on, like cartoons or whatever. Guess it was nothing. Yeah, that happens. Sometimes you'll get stuck on a certain body part. It happens a lot. You can't help it, really. There you go, like kitty whiskers. Hey Worms, how's it going? Saw your review on Unicorn. I've been watching on my end of the world, being in the UK. Cool. On a more Disney, hey Ape Traits. On a more Disney, which of the old nine is your favorite? Mitt Khan would have to be probably the one that comes to mind. Just his work on Shere Khan. And also, I think he was more influential towards a lot of the more, I wouldn't say contemporary artists. They certainly picked up the torch and ran with it into the 80s. Like Richard Williams. Like he of course has that. He was under tutelage of Mitt, and he has that story. It's become a pretty good animated video on YouTube. It's like, do you ever listen to classical music? And it's like, no, I'm not smart enough to do two things at once. Which I don't know how he would take to me drawing and trying to YouTube at the same time, or stream. And also I think he also taught oh come on. What's his face? Dragon's Lair, A Troll in Central Park. All Dogs Go to Heaven. I can't believe I blanked on this guy. Don Bluth, of course. Sorry. And I didn't read that. It's not in the chat yet. But I think he also taught Don Bluth. If I'm remembering this correctly, I can remember this story, but I can't remember the guy's name. Or didn't remember the guy's name. In his biography, he was talking about how he was having trouble with this one shot of Robin Hood was carrying a rabbit under his arms in Robin Hood, the Disney movie. And Don was animating it, and he was like, I don't know what's going wrong, I just know something's wrong. And I think it was Mitt that was like, he broke it down for him. Well, the arc of the rabbit, when Robin Hood grabs him, is going the wrong way, so you don't really feel any momentum. It actually feels like the opposite of the direction it should be going. So yeah, I would have to say Mitt. Did that work out? No. Apparently he also had a stutter. Now, who was the guy that, like worked on 101 Dalmatians, and they brought him in, and he was in a wheelchair, and he just, like, started shitting on Disney, on Walt? It was like, Walt was a piece of shit who didn't know what he was doing. And then all these, like, Disney employees are just, like, sitting there like, oh, okay. There's, like, a video of it. He was a little bit more tactful than I was, but that was the gist of it. I think he may have actually directed 101 Dalmatians. Possibly. Thank you, Mr. Merchandise. And who was the one that died in a car crash? Or was that he? I don't think he was one of the original old nine men, was he? He directed, the dance scene in Some Like Music or something like that. The sock hop thing. Oh yeah, his brother. There's also another earlier. I've got another book that talked about the early days of Disney. And Audrey, the first Disney girl. He would make these movies with Audrey, and it was live anime. It was live actor. Yeah, pardon me. I need some water. Hey, Rocket Lamp. Anyway, Audrey was this little girl, and she was a live action actress, and they would have her performing in this warehouse, basically. They didn't have green screen at the time. Didn't need it, didn't have color. But she would act things out. They would film it, and then they would also animate, like, I don't know, dogs and cats and stuff like that. That was like Disney's first breakout thing. Like, even before Oswald the Rabbit. I gotta use this. I need to buy The Illusion of Life. Do I have that? I don't know if I do. I never got the Richard Williams book because holy crap, that thing was like $100. And I was poor. Not poor, but a college student. And again, in my college, animation was sort of took second place. I got in there under the false pretense that they actually had a decent animation course. They didn't. And so my degree is like a cobbled together mess. That's better. Plus, that's what the internet is for. go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, here we go. Oh, cool. Working out here, my it's everything's a little bit different, and so my hand's kind of cramping up. Not my drawing hand, my keyboard hand. Oh, nope, can't have that. A smaller version of the split into. Okay, cool. Carpal tunnel syndrome? I mean, that's always a concern, but you got to keep your, like, arms moving. I don't know. I think I'm a little bit more active than other. I mean, I wish I were doing this a little bit more. Um, I'm usually like doing yard work and working on stuff like that. I mean, it's something to worry about when I get really older, but I don't know, I'm doing okay. And they got exercises, which I usually do. I mean, you just stretch and roll your hand a bit and then bend back your thumbs and fingers a little bit to stretch out the muscle tendons. I have actually got like more feet problem than I have my hands because sometimes when I'm drawing, I will bounce on the heel of my foot and that will pull the tendons or make it stress out the tendons, and then when they relax, they will, I don't know, they will just tighten up and get real bad. I have to be super conscious about that. Like, I've always been super tall, so I just fold my legs underneath my body. Like, going back all the way to the classroom, you couldn't like stretch out your legs or anything, so yeah, there's tons of like artists online that'll help you with different exercises. Yeah, it's almost like the equivalent of like spraining your ankle, except it's just your leg. Or like it's just from like sitting for hours and hours and hours. And also nervous energy, I imagine. Like, actually just enough to bounce on your leg. I'm about 6'2". And more importantly, I've been about 6 foot since I was in like the what are we talking about? I think maybe my junior year, not junior year, my freshman year. I went into high school about 6 foot. Which when my coach first realized that I was a freshman and I could compete in the freshman, uh, you know, weight class or category, he would harp on me to be like, oh, and this is my PE teacher. He was like, can you try out? And my family was like, they had told horror stories. My uncle did do wrestling, but he like wrecked his back. And my other uncle got a pin in his leg. So they would like tell horror stories about all these different things that would happen. So I just kind of stayed away from sports and skiing. I mean, I would play basketball every day, and that was fun during lunch period. That's good. You can't go wrong with the fundamentals. And then I think I capped out around 6'2" because I started drinking coffee. They say that stunts your growth. I don't know about that. But then I was like in a position where like, do I really want to get any taller? And so I was like, yeah, fine. I just need to wake up in the morning. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, apparently it's very fun, but you can like really get messed up in skiing. Especially since like snow is not as it's not like soft as you think it is. I mean, sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. You can't really tell sometimes. And that's the scary part about it. It could be like really packed in or it can be really loose. Okay, you got it. Right on. good. Let's see. At what point were I at the point where I got to practice depth? Oh yeah. Come on. Oh man, we haven't even gotten to the coloring yet. Oh, we still got another. Let's see. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I divided this thing up into like maybe 27 parts, and we're on like 17, so the coloring should be coming up pretty soon. Any more side-eye videos on the way? Yeah. I've been doing a bunch of them, like getting just working on them as I also do drawings. So, yeah, there's going to be another one about Archer. I'm going to try and finish that thing up. I'm going to go and focus on um, Close Enough Season 2. I watched a bunch of that the other day and was like, okay. Took notes and then re-recorded while watching them again. I learned this is what I was doing. I've started editing audio on my phone. They've got WavePad on your phone. And I did that during like one Halloween. I was editing all the the hell's this? I just started looking at my phone and I got a text from someone. Oh, they're asking for money. Okay. Democrats are asking for money again. Um I've been doing okay. I've just been it's summer now, which means that I thought this was going to be really hot, but it is now currently how much is what time? It's 1 o'clock here, and it is. Come on, give me the forecast. No, shut up. I don't want that. Is 95 here. But and there's a flood warning. It's sunny, but there's a flood warning. What the hell? Um yeah, it was 100 yesterday, and it should be about 97 pretty soon. But you know, I've got two fans tracked on me. Um and it's working out okay. I don't want to go back. I want to start doing again. I started doing this where I work outside and I can talk and stream out here. I just got new internet lines that I can run out all the way out here. so I can hook up my computer and do some streaming during the day where I don't have to interrupt anyone's nap time. But and I was worried. I was like, "Oh geez." And then I thought, "Well, I might as well try it." People work out in the heat all the time. I used to be I don't think you guys well, no, I'm not doing Unicorn Warriors Eternal. I'm doing like side-eye review and stuff like that. But anyway, I used to be a bubblegum scraper. Do I ever get time to do my own original stuff? Yeah, I mean, I do doodles and sketches and stuff, but I don't really work on a lot of my original things unless it's like Melanie. I used to in high school, my first job, because you can't get a job, or you couldn't get a job. I don't know what those bastards have cooked up, but you couldn't get a job at like 15 or 14. But you can get like an intern. You can get a job through the school, and the only job that you could do was scraping bubble gum, or like just generally cleaning up the school campuses during the summer. And I was on the bubblegum crew. And what you do is that you go out in the hot summer and you scrape up the bubblegum off the sidewalks and get that all up. Sometimes you would use the pressure washer, which was even worse than just going through and oh, good, you got the high wire skin. Cool. What you would do is that's a Fortnite skin for all you people out there. Um, Wait, you got it already? I've got to go through and finish up the seasons. Wait, do you mean the rabbit high wire or do you mean the wolf high wire? Anyway, what you do is you go out and you scrape bubble gum with these scrapers, and the sun would get the sidewalk so hot the gum would just fly off, which is fine. And then you had the pressure washer, which logically you think like the pressure washer would make things even easier. It really didn't. In fact, the extra moisture in the air, like it was already really, really hot water. And the extra moist that would get into the air and make everything so muggy that you would just be soaked in your own sweat. And that was my first job. Paid me pretty good too, but it was like a job no one wanted, so hey Melvin Brown. Yeah, old gum has old spit from people and like shoe marks and possibly bird poop and all that, all that good stuff. And it's not like we worked straight through the day. There were a lot of times where we just managed our like we had to do this for every school in the district. So there were some days where we would just focus, like the bigger schools, it would be just like, okay, well, we're going to work on this area and this area because this is the area that gets the most traffic. But anyway, that was like one hell of a job. And then from there, I went on to my second job, which was in just before college, which was a Best Buy employee. I would help with people find movies and stuff and work the floor. And that was okay. It was cooler than, working outside, but then you got to deal with people, and the people. Ugh. Most were pretty cool. I met a lot of like neat people that were regulars. There was an older woman who worked at a books the one of the college bookstores that I got friendly with. Like an old, she was semi-retired. She came in like once a week to work on their books and balance their budget. And then there was like a mute guy. Like he was deaf and mute and came in with his pad and paper, had all the names of movies he had wanted to find on DVD, because at the time DVD had just come out and they had closed captioning, and this guy was basically just like rewatching all the movies he had missed. And yeah, it was fun to see that guy, and then there was like one or two families that I saw. They would like do stuff there for they would like pick out games and music and stuff. It was fun. My managers got busted they would resell old computers. They were reselling old computers, unbeknownst to me. Like when I left, I left on really pretty good terms with just about everybody, and was like, okay, well, if I come back next year, can I get my job? And they were like, yeah, sure, sure, sure. We'll totally bring you back on. But anyway, a bunch of those managers got busted for like reselling old computers. Like an old lady bought her computer there and got it home and then found out that it had like a bunch of old data on it. So they hadn't like wiped it better. They hadn't like wiped it properly. Um they were basically reselling old as new, which they do that now, but you can't you can't do that. You can't sell old parts as new parts. So they all got fired, and I assume prosecuted. So that means there was no one to vouch for me when I came back for my job. Is this right? Okay. Yeah. Ooh. What do you mean authentic? Oh, do you mean like on do you mean like a card? Okay. There we go. Da-da-da. Okay, let's see. Oh, we're finally getting to coloring. That's good. Uh, it just feels weird that the Gravity Falls is more or less did a riff 9 years ago. What are we talking about? Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, yeah. How Gravity Falls did that parody or did that. Well, was that a rift or was that before or after? Because if you want to get technical, then The Simpsons did it the first time with the Itchy and Scratchy Land. And then Dexter's Lab did something similar with the Dexter's Lab episode. Well, okay. We're the bears that dance for Duke. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Drink immune time, shall we puke? Oh, the doo-dah. Day. Stupid dancing bear. Oh, Itchy and Scratchy Land was a take on Westworld. Well, it still dealt with the. It was like the mascots. How is there not just like a bunch of like furry robots in Westworld? That's the part that's the most unrealistic part about it. Oh yeah, I love the Critic. That was like one of the first shows I got when DVDs were available. There was like this huge DVD boom of like all the old shows that that were canceled. And that was like one of the first ones I picked up. And then now you can probably just watch them on like well, first of all, if you have a loose dedication to capitalism, is the way I like to call it, then you can find them, or you can just find them online. Um, Sony has something called Throwback. It's like the most pathetically under advertised, undersubscribed, and unadvertised channel. They have episodes of like the Critic and the MIB, the animated series, and they're only pulling like about maybe 14,000 subscribers. Wait, the Mission Hill? Speaking of uh throwbacks to Best Buy, I was there when they started selling the Mission Hill DVD. Is it like rare now? I think it is. I think it is. I bought the Clerks DVD. It was dirt cheap because there's only like what, 6 episodes on that thing in the entire series. I don't know about rare, but it's expensive. It was only like, what was it when I was working there? I think it was pretty pricey, but even then, I think it was only like maybe $40 when brand new. Mission Hill DVD. Well, again, if you've got a loose commitment to capitalism, yeah, dude, I just brought up on YouTube the complete series in one video. Yeah, Mission Hill, the complete series, all episodes, special features, and everything. Oh, it's only $21 at Walmart. Yeah, for some reason eBay is like they want $85 for it, but like you can get it on walmart.com. Yeah. Yeah, you can get it for like 25 bucks. Sold by deep discount. True, true. DVDs don't need internet connections. But you only need internet connections for just, a little bit. Oh, yeah, are you in Canada? It might be. It might be. I'm gonna start smuggling in. I'm gonna start smuggling in. I'm gonna start a cartel for just like America media, and then smuggle it up to Canada. They used to have things called video nasties, which were banned videos or banned shows and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was Evil Dead. I think that was one of them. No, I haven't seen it yet. Almost. Yeah, as you can see, I'm starting to like work a little bit more of airbrush into this. Um, and to get that old, like, again, sort of illustrated style that they went for. No, but I've seen a video of someone at the screening of it saying the cast and crew. Oof. You know what? I don't know why they would say that, but I've seen people whose opinion I've sort of like, appreciate say that it was pretty good. It looks a little bit closer to the old school Deadites, or that woman, the mother. She looks closer to the old school Deadites than the ones in the last movie. So that's appreciated. The new Elementals movies looks pretty meh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What else is there? Oh, I forget. Does the writer's strike affect cartoons or not? They're also in the union. Okay, well, that's good. Good for them. Like people are saying, get ready, it's going to get real boring, and it's like, no, it's not. There's like tons of stuff to watch. They've produced more stuff trying to outdo each other for streaming than they for the last maybe 3 years. Like Klaus is one of my favorite movies, and I think I've only watched like one of my favorite movies of like the past couple years, and I think I've only watched it like 3 times. It used to be you used to buy a DVD and you used to like watched it until you got bored of it, like really, really bored. There we go. Uh, Storyboard is getting writing credits, so oh hello Grace Kim, how you doing? Um, Thanks. Yeah, this is one of my nicer ones. Has anyone seen the showing of the Little Mermaid with the? Oh yeah, yeah, I saw a YouTube video about that where for some reason they were running at the same time. I don't even know how you would do that. Is that something to do with like the do they just like run computer files now instead of like actual film? Where's my mouse? There we go. Here it is. Like my mouse on my screen, I didn't lose it. Uh That feels good. Okay. I'm looking for this. Oh, right. That's weird. My files seem to be really small. Is a no? No, that's okay. Huh, weird. Oh, okay. 60 second. Okay. 60 frames per second. There we go. Weird. It's been flash drives for years now. Oh man, I haven't been to like a movie for a while. Okay, yeah, if it's all flash drives and it's all files, then yeah, they could do that. Well, yeah, all trailers are cut to like take up a certain spot. It would be weird if I mean the images like melted on top of each other pretty good. They synced up okay. But like timing wise, most trailers are meant to be like a certain running time. Hmm. Ah, that's actually better. Optimus Prime said that would be funny. Okay. Oh, see now. Him, and there we go. Start up again. You're posting twice, Worms. Is there a glitch on it? Yeah, it may be a recursive thing. As long as it's not like a bunch of times. There was this one time where it looked like there was just spam, but it wasn't. It was just some guy posting a little bit. And I forget what it is. It's got something to do with no, I don't know. Communicating with the internet, the the website and everything. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Uh, and if I don't know any better, I could have sworn I heard a truck pull up, and I think I got a delivery. So hold on one second. I'm gonna go check on that. Awesome. I did get my delivery. I just on a whim, I ordered a new longer cord for my microphone. It's got one of those USB, the mini USB ports. Let's see, is this actually longer? Yes, it is. It is much longer. This is great. Yep, that'd be good. I'm not going to unplug it now, but this will be useful. No, you're doing fine, Worms. You're fine. Yep, yeah, just about. Actually, coming up to the 2 hour mark, so it should be pretty. We should be done soon. Also ignore this if it's not something, but is the open commission list updated? It should be pretty updated. Actually, no, I got to go through and redo that. No, I got to update it. Thanks for reminding me. Like that, and then we do this. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. What's this? Mm. Okay, good. How far? Let's see. We're coming up on the 2 hour mark. How fast am I making this? Oh wow, we got 12 more minutes. And this is just me putting on the final details, making sure that the every all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Come on, don't do that to me. It is actually not. I mean, it's bad outside. I just went out there and boy, whew, um, 97 right now. Uh, and it'll get hotter. It'll get hotter, but this is not bad. And this will be good for when if I can come out here and do some more stuff. Because I already have half another drawing done here. Same situation. Ooh, pasta time. God, I miss pasta. We did barely ever eat pasta. Not good for Oh, what should I make tonight? I forgot. I didn't send anything out. I think we got some tilapia. I'll make some tilapia and peppers. That'll be fine. She'll enjoy that. I had to make her potato soup. She loves potato soup, Grandma, but I I'm sick of it. I didn't even like potato soup before I started making it a lot. Been sunny and then wet for the last few days. Huh, okay. Well, isn't it generally like a rainy country? Like isn't it like right by the sea? And so you get just like a lot of rain and overcast. Let's see, we'll pop this up here. We'd hit the multiply and then go over to swatches. Beautiful. Chowder. Oh, we did make clam chowder uh the other day and it was pretty good. I'm gonna have to try and make it again. It was actually really enjoyable. A little complicated. You gotta like make your cream base separately from your soup, and then add it all together at the very end. But a lot easier than she wants me to learn how to make corn chowder, which I tried once. I tried copying it was a mimic recipe from where Mimi's, a place called Mimi's. I don't know if they've got them where any of you guys are. But I tried to make it once and it didn't turn out okay. I think I screwed up on the flour or something. I added too much of something. It's okay. I'm not huge into soups. Let's see. Da. Well, in some cases, it was cloudy a bit, rain, thunderstorm, clear skies and sunny. Huh. Right on. Oh, you mean the Simpsons bit is the first time you heard of clam chowder? Clam chowder. Okay, I think yeah, it's done. It's done, and this is the final version. That's up on DeviantArt and up on Twitter. So if you want to check that out, that would be more than appreciated. And thank you, Dylan, for commissioning it. This was a really fun one. Um, yeah, yeah, that's about it for today. I will hopefully see you again, if not tomorrow, then the next day. And we'll see, actually, wait, today's Wednesday. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Anyway, until then, thank you very much for joining me, and you all stay cool, okay? I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.